I'm not sure how interesting these questions will be for everybody. The basic one is, how did you first get interested in martial arts, or who inspired you?
Okay, I come from a very strict family. My father passed away, unfortunately, some time ago. But my mum and my dad back in the 70s wouldn't let me do any martial arts. I kept badgering them to do it. Oh, Mum, can I go? No, can't, no. And so obviously, being the good lad that I was, even though I wasn't, because I was a little cheeky little sod. It came to my birthday on 14th of June, 1974, and so I trotted along to the judo club and loved it. I can even remember where it was, St John's Church Hall in Yeoville in Somerset. That's where my judo club was, and I loved it. Yeah. Absolutely loved it. And in those days, that we just graded. You didn't grade as it is now every 3 months. It was all on fighting. You fought. Oh, yeah. You know, it wasn't a grading syllabus. It was just if you could beat people, and if you could beat people who were high grade than you, you would get double, triple graded. So in judo, I think I only had 2 grades, and I got to 1 grade down from a black belt in 2 grades because I just beat people. Not because I was an aggressive person, no. But I took to it like fish to the water. You know, I just loved it. I really was fascinated by it, and I'd always wanted to do it. And I wanted to do it not because everyone says it's Bruce Lee. It wasn't because of Bruce Lee. It was David Carradine.
Oh,
it was kung fu.
Funny enough, David Carradine was a bit of a wanderer.
Yes, he was indeed.
Is kind of where this has come from, but no, that was a secondary thought. The Wandering Warrior. Yes. But yeah, David Carradine.
I used to watch that because I didn't know who Bruce Lee was.
No.
Obviously, he passed away a year before, unbeknown to me. I was a 13-year-old kid, and there was no internet in those days, and nobody knew who Bruce Lee was.
No.
But Kung Fu was on TV, so you know that was my exposure.
What I understood from the series Kung Fu, it was actually a concept of Bruce Lee.
Yes, it was.
And the studio took it off and gave it to Carradine.
Yeah, because he was because Bruce Lee was too Asian.
Yeah. And then he made David Carradine look Asian.
That's right. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because that's exactly what happened. I mean, I say it's exactly what happened. I was never fortunate enough to meet Bruce Lee, but he that's the thing. He was too Asian for the American world, which is shocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shocking. You know, and probably the most iconic film star, not just martial art film star, but film star per se. That has been an incredible persona and character.
Driving force.
Oh my goodness!
The fact that they kept him off the screen was maybe not a good thing, but we became ready for him in '73 or whenever we got to see Enter the Dragon and whatnot.
Yes.
Big Boss and things like that.
So, yes.
Yeah, it was later on when I think it was Channel 4, good old Channel 4, when they took the nunchaka scenes out and they were allowed to show.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Even
absolutely.
with the triangle, the nunchaka scenes had been taken out. The triangle was put up in the top left corner, I think it was, and they showed Enter the Dragon, whatever year that was.
But going back to the David Carradine thing, I loved the philosophy. I loved that, you know, and it was different. You know, in the UK then, I mean, in my hometown, there were no martial arts. There was a karate club, which I joined later, and judo, and that was it. Probably in the whole of Somerset, there wasn't that many.
No.
There wasn't that many classes then. And kids, I was the youngest, 13, I was the youngest. They didn't have, like now, they're 2 and 3 years old.
Yes.
You know, but I loved the philosophy. I didn't know about Bruce Lee then. I didn't know that David Carradine had nicked his role. I didn't know that.
No, he was just
I just loved the thought of somebody knowing all this stuff but not ever doing it, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, doing it when it was necessary,
yes.
but not
yes.
promoting it.
Yes, and I was when I was a kid, I was afraid of my own shadow. I was like petrified, you know, and people at school, in those days, nobody did martial arts, and I would be bullied horrendously. And I didn't learn martial arts because I was being bullied. I just wanted to do it. I've always wanted to do it. But when kids found out, they'd still pick on me, and I'd still take it, until one kid picked on me, chucked him over my shoulder, and nobody ever picked on me again. So
lesson to be learned.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's not. It's not. I'm not fantastically proud of it, and I broke the school desk as well, which is a shame. He landed on the desk and broke the desk in two. And all the kids thought, "Oh wow, this is amazing! Look at that! Oh my God, let's stand behind Mount now because he's a martial art guy." So
had to be done.
Yes, indeed. So that's how I first got into it.